Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Hamdan yuafi wa yukafi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika al-karim wa 'azimi sultanik. Inna fatahna laka fathan mubina liyaghfira laka Allahu ma taqaddama min dhanbika wa ma ta'akhkhara wa yutimma ni'matahu 'alayka wa yahdiyaka siratan mustaqima wa yansuraka Allahu nasran aziza. هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم ولله جنود السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما ليدخل المؤمنين والمؤمنات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ويكفر عنهم سيئاتهم وكان ذلك عند الله فوزا عظيما. أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, we have reached the end of the syllabus, that is chapter 10. I'm going to discuss about global halal market with the subtopic navigating opportunities in the Islamic economy. The halal economy, a global powerhouse. If you see in the slide, there are some of the sectors that make the halal economy. It could be food and beverage, Islamic finance, cosmetics, pharmaceutical, modesty clothes, Muslim travel and logistics. In the slide, you could see the sector between 2024 and the projection in the 2029. Islamic finance, it was in the 2024 value 5.99 trillion US dollar to an insignificant increase to almost 9.72 trillion. And in other sectors, halal food, modest fashion, Muslim travel, pharmaceuticals and cosmetics, they are all will be increasing in the demand of the future. Next is the dynamic forces for halal market growth. There are 6 key drivers propelling the Islamic economy into a massive global force. First, growing Muslim population. Muslims constitute around 24.1% of global population, approximately 2 billion people. They form a substantial and rapidly growing consumer base driving product demand. And 2, rising disposable income. Increasing incomes across Muslim majority and emerging economies and higher purchasing power enables greater spending on premium halal goods. And beyond economic food, rising demand for halal certified products outside traditional sectors, rapid growth in cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, logistics, and modest fashion. 4. Non-Muslim consumer appeal, increasingly drawn to products for quality, provenance, and ethical standards. Certification viewed globally as synonymous with safe and hygienic. And 5. Government policy support. Strong government backing and incentives in Muslim majority nations, development of national strategies, and digitalization, i.e. halal. And the last one is mainstream brand integration. Global giants like Nestle and Kellogg's introducing halal product lines, major retailers elevating halal brands from niche to core store offerings. Well, all these 6 points that you have already seen in this slide caters to dynamic force for halal market growth for the current and the future. Since the global halal market is projected to be a very promising market in the near future, in the slide it could tap to almost 10 trillion by 2030. If you could see in the slide, the halal economy is experiencing unprecedented acceleration underpinned by structural demographic shift, institutional support, and evolving ethical consumer behavior. Okay, this is the sectors for halal food and beverage. 2025 value, it was in the slide 810 billion. The future projection in the year 2031 would probably reaching 1.30 trillion For the halal food, 1.97 trillion to 2.24 trillion in the year 2026. And the total halal economy, it could probably reach 10 trillion by the year 2030. This dynamic of this the so-called profit or what we call the contribution to the economic growth is supplied with the demand side forces such as the youthful urban Muslim consumers globally prioritizing both transparency and convenience. They are surge in values-driven consumer behavior and ethically conscious purchasing decisions. And last one, sustained consumer preference for ethical, local, and alternative brand options. For the supply side forces, rapid industrialization and scaling of dedicated global halal value chains. The next one, probably digitalization of trust infrastructures, utilizing blockchain, AI, and IoT for traceability. The last one, massive expansion of halal e-commerce platforms and dedicated B2B, B2C marketplaces. Geopolitical forces. Geopolitical forces. Strategic shift from basic demand growth toward achieving halal economy sovereignty. Utilization of halal ecosystem as a powerful tool for Islamic soft power and economic diplomacy. And the last one, OIC economies collectively recording an immense of 4 to 1.5 billion US dollar in halal related imports. So if you look, these are some of the contributions to what make to 10 trillion of profit by the year 2020 globally. But the growth of this economy, which is targeted at a very accelerated amount at 10 trillion, comes with several challenges. The first challenges, if you could see in the slide, first is the certification. All right, the certification and compliance. First, lack of universally recognized halal certification standard. Next one, fragmented recognition of national logos, example JAKIM versus BPJPH. And the last one, the regulatory inconsistencies create significant cross-border trade barriers. What are the next one is fraud, mislabeling, and trust issues. Traditional certification methods face limitations and fraud risk. Unverified Muslim-friendly labels actively mislead consumers. Difficulties maintaining trust across highly complex global supply chains. And what else? SME barriers to entry. First, SMEs face massive hurdles in obtaining initial halal certification. And the next one is prohibitive cost, complex procedure, and bureaucratic delays, limited access to qualified consultants and industry engagement. The next group of key challenge is the supply chain integrity. The first is ensuring end-to-end halal compliance from farm to fork. The next one, maintaining strict cold chain logistics and product traceability. And three, navigating intense cross-border logistics and customs complexity. Talent and human resource deficit. If you could see at the first line, severe global shortage of qualified halal trainers and auditors. The next one, reliance on outdated and overlapping training modules. The last one, urgent need for specialized future-ready halal industry expertise. These are some of these key challenges. The last and final key challenges will probably the fierce global competition. Staying ahead of rapidly evolving global competitors, a non-Muslim nation, example Thailand, aggressively dominating exports, and the constant necessity for continuous innovation and differentiation. Even though we identify significant key challenges, in order for us to come and reach to the topping of 10 trillion, we also foresee the strategic opportunities. First, digitalization and e-commerce. E-commerce market projected to reach 2 to 3.32 billion by 2025. This was projected last year. Blockchain-enabled traceability and AI-powered certification, digital halal platforms creating unprecedented market access. Expansion into new sectors, cosmetics, all right, and pharmaceuticals emerging as the fastest growing market segment, and the tourism scaling increasing from 2024 to 2029 from 249 billion to 424 billion US dollar. The next point, if you see in the slide, is the non-Muslim market penetration. You will look at the surging non-Muslim consumption of high quality of halal food. Certification universally recognized as a quality and ethical assurance. And the last one, aggressive expansion in Western and emerging economies. Well, the next point is the partnerships and investment. If you look at the slide, the robust activity is increasing in the form of 346 transactions, which amounted to 13.11 billion invested, fostering cross-border halal trade collaborations and the increase of establishment of specialized halal industry hubs and export missions. Technology and innovation. You could see the deployment of AI-enabled agile halal certification systems, IoT monitoring ensuring strict cold chain logistics integrity, and the QR code certification scanning driving consumer transparency, and the halal economy sovereignty. The government's actively industrializing domestic halal value chains, implementing stronger regional industrial policies and strategies, and deeper intra-OIC trade integration in economic reliance. And we have come to the conclusion. To recap what we have already discussed, a massive scale, multi-trillion dollar economy spanning 7 plus robust consumer and B2B sectors. The next one, rapid growth, powerful cumulative annual growth rate ranging from 6.5% to 13.4% projected across various industries. Beyond religion, halal is universally recognized as a quality, ethical, and lifestyle choice for all. Blockchain, IoT is transforming certification. The next one, digital future. Advanced technology, AI, blockchain, IoT is transforming certification and supply chains. Geopolitical power, acting as a vital tool of economic sovereignty, integration, and soft power globally. And the last one, opportunities abound from digital platforms to new sectors. It offers unprecedented wealth creation potential. That sums up our discussion for today's topic. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.